Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back with us. I hope you've been taking notes and getting all of this great information about Great Basin College. Again, we have Diane Wrightman. She's the director of Great Basin College, and she's been here for a while. She's a Pahrump resident, and once I met Diane, got a chance to know who she was and what she was all about, I've been a big fan of Great Basin College.
Awesome.
So,
thanks.
Diane, I know in the last session we talked about a lot of programs that you have, things that you're doing, and just everything that I think somebody needed to know. But you have future plans and things that are coming up. Tell us about some of that, maybe other locations, and maybe even some change in personnel.
Okay. So so recently, well, I want to say sometime earlier this year, we finally acquired the 280 acres of land up on 160 on the, I don't know my sides of towns, but up where the BLM fire station is. Is that north side of town or south side?
Say the east side.
The east side of town. Up where
it's the south side of town, but it's on the east side of 160.
Okay, so on the east side, it's up by where the BLM fire station
Yes.
is. So if you're looking at it over to the right, there's about 280
If you're coming in from Vegas, it's going to be on your right.
Yes. So there's about 280 acres up there that we have acquired, and it's all ours. And so hopefully the 10 to 20 year plan would be to eventually build the new campus up on that hillside. So.
And what is the campus going to look like? Do you have
we want to have housing. We want to have a lot more technical programs. So like up in Elko right now, earlier I was talking about how they have diesel technology and welding and all that. So it would be great to have some of the type of programming down here for our community down here, and even for those that might want to, when you get housing on a campus, you start to get people coming in from other states and from other areas. So if people are thinking Vegas is too much for them, maybe they'll come out to Pahrump and go to school at Great Basin because it's quieter and it's smaller and they get that individual one-on-one attention. So hopefully that's what that campus will look like.
Okay.
We also just last week hired a new president. So currently Dr. Mark Curtis is our president, and he'll be retiring at the end of this year, and starting August 1st. Joyce Helens will be joining us. She comes from St. Cloud Technical Community College, so she has a very strong technical background when it comes to working with the community college system. So she will be joining us August 1st, which is exciting. I'm excited. I always like change. And then we have some fun stuff going on up in Tonopah, where we will be, right now we're located in the Tonopah station, but at the end of this year we'll be moving into the high school. So we'll have our own little spot in the high school. We'll have our little college hallway, we're calling it, and it's going to be the educational hub in Tonopah. We'll all be in one spot. And so we're going to be offering some great dual credit programs, not just in Tonopah, but we're also bringing in Beatty and Round Mountain. We're offering a criminal justice series program there for those high school students. So that'll be great. They'll get some college credit. Those that are interested in criminal justice, they'll be able to take some of those classes. So that's exciting for us.
I was going to ask you to explain the dual credit program. And you did a little, but why don't you go into that? Because there are a lot of people that don't understand the dual credit program.
The way dual credit works is students who are in high school, typically juniors and seniors, sometimes would like to take classes at the college level. So they'll come over and take an English class from us, or a math class, or maybe a history. And a lot of times the high schools themselves, now it's up to the high school and it's up to the district, but they'll count some of those classes as high school credit, and then they'll also get college credit. And so starting in the fall, students that want to take college classes from us, it's only 50% of the total tuition. So if a typical class costs $300, high school students will only have to pay $150 for a college course that is transferable. So when they're done taking classes with us at Great Basin, they could potentially transfer that to another school. So in my 7.5 years of being at Great Basin, I've probably had 5 students actually get their received their Associate of Arts or Associate of Science. I have one student in particular who had Associate of Science before he even had his diploma in hand. So, and he's up at Northern Illinois right now in med school. So,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, so he's, you know, it doesn't happen a lot, but a lot of students can at least get 15, 20, 30 credits under them by the time they're done with the high school, which is great.
Okay.
I mean, that's a lot of money that they're saving. They're saving like a year of tuition right there doing that. They're
saving money and they're preparing themselves for college. So when they get there, like you said, they've already got college credit.
Right, right. And it gives them an idea of like, this is what college is like and this is how I'm going to have to study. And having those skills while they're still in high school is important for when they do come full-time into the college fold. So, yeah.
So think about that when you talk to your students, family, friends, and especially the ones that are in high school right now, juniors and seniors, and they need to look forward to these programs if they're planning on going to college. And with so much available, why not take advantage of it? Right, and it's right here in the community. You know, I just did an event, I did the Business and Home Expo a couple weeks ago, and it's amazing when you meet people in the community and they're like, oh, there's a college here. I'm like, yeah, you know, so, you know, they just, you know, maybe we just need to get out there more personally for us too, but it's, you know, it's a accredited college and, you know, everything that you get from here, it's transferable if they do decide to go somewhere else. But obviously we want them to stay at Great Basin and continue their schooling here locally. But yeah, you know, we have graduation coming up in 2 weeks. May 20th, we'll have graduation. We have our own little Pahrump reception dinner that we do, and that's going to be at Mountain Falls. We usually do a banquet for them, for the students who are graduating, and we have all the Now, who's invited to that?
We usually invite the graduate, and they're allowed to bring a guest, and we invite all of our faculty and staff, so that way, you know, students can, you know, see their faculty in a different light. And be able, so we'll also have our nurse pinning during that time as well. So, because they actually go through a pinning ceremony.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Those pinning ceremonies are great.
Right.
For those who have never seen it, again, this is an accomplishment for the individuals as well as the community and the families. It's when you have graduation, and then, for me, when I was commissioned a second lieutenant, you have the graduation, and then you have, then I'm penned as a second lieutenant. This is fantastic, and the family is there, and it's such a moving thing. It is. So whether it's just pinning or whether it's just moving the tassel over and graduating. And it's an accomplishment to you know, put in that time and energy and finish those classes and get that degree. I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself, that they put in that time and effort to do something to better themselves and to get a better job, or just maybe even, I have lots of single mothers that come in, they just want to get a degree. They don't necessarily want a job, but they just want a degree because they want to set an example for their kids. Yes. So I get a lot of those students that come in as well, which is great, you know. Okay. Now, I haven't asked this question, and I hope you have the answer, but on faculty, about what's the number? How many faculty members do you have? Total? Total. In all of Great Basin? And then look at staff and so on. And then talk about the campus here. Okay, so at Great Basin College, we probably have a staff. We probably have over 80 faculty. Okay. Of those 80 faculty, I would say almost all of them have a master's, and probably 60 to 70% of them have a PhD. Okay. We have a large staff. It's probably, I would say, about 50 staff members total. And then here in Pahrump, we have 2 staff members, so me and my administrative assistant, Janice, who's amazing, Collins. And then we also have 7 faculty members here, and of those 7, 6 of them have PhDs. Oh, so we have very well-trained, educated instructors that are, you know, giving information to our students here. And because you can have a classroom with people from different areas, you can use faculty from almost anywhere in the Great Basin College empire. Right, anywhere in the state of Nevada, really. Yeah. If I had a full-time, or not even a full-time, but we sometimes hire part-time instructors to teach some classes like English or math, because they're subjects that have so many students, but sometimes it's hard to find somebody, you know, it's hard for an instructor, a full-time instructor, to teach
20 classes, you know, when we can bring in a part-time instructor to teach a couple. So if we had somebody like in Tonopah or Round Mountain that could teach, you know, they could totally teach from those locations. Like in Round Mountain, we use the library there, so they could potentially teach from Round Mountain out to our other sites as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's just a little, you know, it's something unique that we do, and we're the best in the state at it. And I think we're the best in the U.S. at delivering those types of classes and in the way that we do, and we're educating these rural areas in the way that we educate them. I think that we do, you know, I worked at a handful of different universities and colleges in my, you know, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and it's
You don't
amazing.
look that old, Diane.
I know, right? I've heard, I know I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was like, I have been at Great Basin, it'll be 8 years come November. And it's just crazy how time has just flown by. And then I think about my years before that and what I've done before getting where I am here. It's like, wow.
See, you've been here almost as long as I have.
Right.
And I got here roughly not quite a year before you.
All right. Okay. So, right. So yeah, so anytime, you know, if you're interested in Great Basin College and you want to take classes with us, or if you even want to explore if maybe it's something for you, I always tell them to either call us, make an appointment to come see me. You know, I have 5 steps of applying. You visit our website at gbcnv.edu. Apply for admissions.
Why don't you repeat that website again?
Okay, it's www.gbcnv.edu, and that will take you to our website. You can apply for admissions there, and then you can just come in after you've done that. We ask you to take a placement test in English and math. Don't get scared. It just helps us. It just helps engage us where you should start with the English and the math classes. We don't want to put you into a class that's so advanced that we're going to set you up to fail, because we don't want to do that for you.
That's definitely.
Right.
Okay.
And then once you've taken those placement tests, then typically you'll meet with an academic advisor, and we'll put together a plan for you. And then if you want financial aid, there is financial aid available that you can apply for. It's called FAFSA. It's FAFSA. So if you Google FAFSA, there's a free application that you can fill out online. Make sure when you go, it's .org, not .com.
Okay.
It's very important. So if anybody ever asks you to pay for a FAFSA form, don't. It's free. So you're on the wrong website. So don't
Write
go
that
there,
down.
Right? So make sure it's a free one. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything, please give us a call. We're all knowledgeable about the college, and we'll be more than happy to help answer any questions, or even if you have some suggestions or ideas that you might want to run by us, I'm always open to those as well.
And veterans, I'm going to tell you to also be sure to contact them, because there are a lot of things for veterans out there.
There are, and they have lots of educational.
Again, we're winding down. We're running out of time again. We thank Diane for being here and telling you so much about Great Basin College. We want you to take the initiative now and go out and get more information, and come back and see us in the next session.